G'day guys and welcome to Tales from the Undertaker. My name is Michael from Ask a Pathfinder. It's great to see everyone back and of course ready to play today. With us of course is our special guest Austin. G'day Austin.
How's it going?
And because we are as usual running quite substantially
What?
time.
No.
What do you mean what? What me? I feel like this should not be the norm. So without any ado whatsoever, let's go into our recap with, of course, our favorite character, and that is, of course, the Undertaker. Greetings and salutations, and welcome once more to Tales from the Undertaker. I am the Undertaker, keeper of the dead and teller of tales most grisly. Well, I could tell you what happened last time, but instead I will share a different story. Back in the town of Thrushmore, the poor and left alone Darby finds himself with nothing but his companionship in his bottles, potions, and liqueurs. As the smells of his experimentations waft over the landscape, you find that many people have created quite a stir at the potential of a mad scientist in their midst. Several people have returned from their various journeys and they have decided that they do not like the presence of this individual and inform him that his friends had taken already far into the forest on their journey. Hearing this, Darby has packed his bags and tried valiantly to catch up with Khalil, Geralt, and Sorora. But things take a rather nasty turn as a downpour begins. The water sloshing around his feet like mud, making it difficult to trudge and track through this horrible and dark environment until he eventually comes to the edge of a lake whose pools ripple with the signs of the waters dripping from the heavens. As he stops for just a moment to collect himself, a strange creature's hand reaches up and grabs him by his jaw, dragging him into the watery depths. Not too dissimilar to the event that caught young Khalil. And this is where we begin this tale from the Undertaker. Let's see whether or not this creature means them harm or not. I fear as though the situation that they might find themselves in will be a blight not only to themselves, but to you in the audience as well. So sit back and enjoy Tales from the Undertaker. Alright guys, so the two of you, Khalil and Darby, find yourselves coughing and spluttering as you regain consciousness. You take a moment to look around and you find yourself on a reasonably grassy knoll at this, pretty much at the edge of Lantern Lake. This sort of smell sort of starts wafting over you guys of sort of grilled fish and salt. As you turn to your right, you can see that there is a small makeshift hut built from moss and twigs that is keeping what appears to be a rather natively dressed human who seems to be cooking up about 6 of these fishes around a campfire that is being protected from the rain by this a small canopy.
Khalil, is that you?
Darby, are you all right? What are you doing here?
I don't know. I was just walking and I found this. I got drawn to this place and a hand just came out of the water and pulled me under.
It grabbed me too.
I was looking for you. Do you know what campfire we're at?
I have no idea where we
are. Are we like on the campfire or are we like
You're adjacent. You're still in the rain.
Are we tied up or are we in like any kind of like, okay, so no aggressive situation?
Not really. No, you could get up and walk over to him. Gosh, could you describe your character, please?
All right.
Wait, Darby takes all of his stuff.
Not all of Argash.
All of his stuff is still there.
It's okay.
Argash is sitting near the fire, cloaked in shadows. He's dressed head to toe in a green robe that has been, and cloak that has been stained by being out in the elements for so long. His once nice leather boots are kind of faded and worn, and he doesn't seem to pay much attention to you guys at first.
Hello?
Ah, who's out there?
Why did you bring us here?
Who are you?
Who are you?
My name's Vile, or some call me Argash, and I don't think that I brought you here.
That would be me.
Who's...
Piercing the rain appearing out of the woods is this incredibly beautiful woman. She wears a rough cloth shawl concealing her very slender, almost elven-like appearance. We have a picture. Mr. Eddie Tor, could you throw it up for us? There we go.
Thank you, Eddie.
So, as you can see, this woman basically emerges with the rain sort of trickling down and making her attire somewhat revealing. She is the most beautiful creature you have ever seen. Darby and Khalil, can you make me a fortitude save?
Why? Oh no.
Good luck, boys.
Okay. Darby got a 24.
All right, with a 24, that is fine. Khalil?
Jesus, do you have to check that? Khalil got a 15.
With a 15,
What?
as Khalil lays his eyes upon her beauty, his eyes widen and basically burn as he is now permanently blinded.
What the? I'm blind? Like, this happens?
Hold on there, brother. She's real pretty.
Javi, I can't see.
What?
I don't know.
You can't see at all.
She seems to walk over with an unearthly grace. It almost looks as the rain is sort of now sort of washing over her, barely touching her very supple skin. She walks over to Khalil and kisses him deeply on the lips.
Khalil.
This is
Check this
weird.
out.
What the fuck is happening?
As she does so, Khalil, your vision slowly begins to return.
Can I roll a knowledge check on all of this?
Knowledge nature.
Yeah.
Do not have nature.
I do. Yay. 26.
Dobby, what is this thing?
26, you identify this creature as a water nymph.
What? You've never seen a nymph before?
No, I've never seen anything this beautiful before.
Guy's never seen a nymph. I mean, you can tell. It's written all over his face.
She loves pulling that gag on new guys. Old blind.
Many have lost their lives in vain in search of the beautiful nymphs, and many more to madness and obsession their grace has upon the minds of the... Madness and obsession is the effect of their beauty upon the minds and bodies of the unprepared. Yet the nymph herself is not cruel, a guardian of nature, purest places and most beautiful realms. She treats those who respect her and her abode with kindness, and may even favor someone who takes her fancy with magical gifts. Yet those who seek to abuse or harm her home quickly find that behind her beauty is a fierce protector, more than capable of defending her charge.
Do I recognize her as the one who dragged us into the water?
You do indeed. She looks identical to the beautiful woman that dragged you into the water.
You're
Why
the
did
one
you-
who dragged us down here. Why? Where are my friends?
She says, be calm. I wanted to take you specifically because you seem to be of a good nature. Whereas your comrades, well, they were amidst fighting, and I didn't want to attract too much attention when I led you here.
What if they died, though? This doesn't excuse the fact that they could be dead now. They needed me.
We need you.
Who are we? Who's we?
I am Iliestra, and this is my good friend, Agasht. We are protectors and keepers of this forest and the lake.
What do you need with us? We are on a mission already.
Well, yeah. Did you find out anything about what we're here for?
Just the kids are going into the lake and disappearing, mostly.
I have seen these townsfolk, and I've seen where they have gone. This is why we have pulled you away. Your friends, they engage in a battle that they are sure to win. But for you, we have another task.
You know a way in. You know where the
Yes.
kids are.
Yes.
Okay. I guess. Can I
Or
roll?
more specifically, my friend has seen them.
You know where the
You,
kids
you
are.
know where them are? You know where they are?
Oh yeah, I saw them. I saw
Well-
those kids
Where were they going?
into the lake.
Just walking into the lake.
Like,
I think she could tell you better.
yeah, no, it's on your notes. Into the Blightlands.
The Blightlands, that's correct. These kids, they're wandering right into the Blightlands.
Do I know the
Yeah,
Blightlands?
do we recognize that at all?
There are no Blightlands here. There's like literally none. It is a lush and vibrant forest that's around here. This man is clearly crazy.
What do you? There are no Blightlands around here.
There's a blighted forest, a patch with strangely behaving beasts and fae that have become unnaturally aggressive towards people.
Around here.
Yes, I've breached the borders, but it's too dangerous to explore alone.
And you say that that's where all the missing children are going into.
True. I meant Lake of Darkness when I said lake earlier. It's like, it's dark there, but it's...
Right, you were speaking metaphorically.
Metaphorically,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, got it.
Very deep.
I am a druid by trade.
Where? How far? Where do we go?
Follow me.
He points off to the west, and over the horizon, you can still see it is deep and vast in terms of like lush vegetation. You can't even see any kind of sign of blight. Normally, blight it comes up in the vein of like blackened tree stumps, falling and decaying leaves, grass that has a gray hue that looks like just death.
Yeah.
But you see none of these things.
All right.
You're saying that it's that way,
To the west, yes.
the blighted forest.
Mhm.
I see no signs of this anywhere around here.
Yes, to the west, over the horizon. Over the ridge. We have to travel there.
How far?
Quite
It
a
is
ways.
going to be- It's going to be about a 4-hour journey.
Okay.
About
4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah, so it's a day trip there and back. Pack a lunch, wear comfy shoes, druid stuff.
I only have one pair of shoes,
I
unfortunately.
have some trail mix, but that's about it. You'll have
Yeah.
to provide the rest.
We're fine. Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Are you staying here? Are you coming with us?
I must stay here. I am bound to the lake itself.
Well,
But I do not wish for the blight to ever reach here.
well, can I ask you a favor then? If you could somehow watch over my friends, I don't, or tell them where we're going. If you can find them.
I have friends. I will be sure to pass on your wishes.
Can I, Khalil, just as Khalil's skepticism, he wants to do a insight check on her.
Thank you.
Okay. Make a sense motive check.
Sense motive, yeah. $24.
24. With a 24, she seems to be genuine. You feel as though she's kind of pointing out that she can't really influence anything away from the lake. So if your friends go away from the lake, she has friends that she can ask.
Okay.
But it's kind of like asking a friend for a favor for another friend. You know, it's like...
Yeah. I mean, as long as Khalil just generally feels like she's an okay person. That's all he's trying to...
Oh, yes.
Gauge.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, take us, our guest.
All right, here we go.
I'll kind
I
of...
pack up a few. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
I pack up a few belongings. You notice I carry a long sword with me. Keep it really nice and clean, even though the rest of my stuff is tarnished by nature.
Darby will kind of pull Khalil off to the side, and I'll be like, so whenever you say that they needed you, were you like in the middle of a fight when you got taken?
We were being
or?
attacked by a bunch of fairy-type creatures. They pulled out one of my tooth.
Oh,
it's gone.
damn. Well,
I don't know what to do about that.
I'm sure that they'll be okay. We'll get to them as fast as we can. I don't think we should mess. I think we should just do what these people ask. They're very strong. We can't take them on. Like we can't.
These two.
These two by ourselves. I don't think we do very well.
If they lead us to the kids, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Geralt is strong enough. I fear.
And then
nothing.
she's already teleported us once. She can probably just take us back to them or something, right?
I hope so. I think it'll be fine. They're tough.
Yeah. I mean, and if they're dead, we can just find some new people, right?
I really hope not.
I mean, this guy looks pretty good.
Yeah, what are you doing, Mister?
I'm sitting.
He's been gathering supplies,
walking staff
right?
now.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay. Having your discussion and gathering up what materials you need, Argesh, you begin to make your way westward into the forest. As you travel for the first hour, there isn't any sign of blight or any kind of danger. But as you encroach upon your second hour in the forest, you notice that the signs become more and more apparent. The leaves begin to dull, and the bark begins to peel from the trunk of the trees.
Changed it from board games to D&D on Twitch. Sorry, go ahead.
Did we? Yeah, okay. As you kind of press forward, could I get everyone to roll me a perception
Says
check?
Perception check, yes.
10.
10?
20, not natural.
You don't get to add anything, or did you just roll really bad?
Roll real bad.
Oh, okay. 13. I'm sorry, 14. 14.
Alright, so Khalil, you notice the shuffling of some sort of large creature or animal in the dark.
Just that? Does it look like it's aggressive at all, or?
You haven't seen the animal, but you know it is like sort of lurking in the bushes surrounding where you currently are.
I'm gonna cast light on myself. I'm gonna cast that on a rock and throw it in that general direction.
Very well. As you do so, you hear this high-pitched squeal as emerges from the bush a creature that looks like a boar.
A creature that looks like a boar.
I told you. It's getting real bad out here.
What is?
Eddie, could we have the...
It's coming.
It's loading.
Oh, gross.
And there it is. Look at that.
Oof.
This monstrous wild boar
Probably still tastes good, though.
with wriggling worms and buzzing
It does.
flies and maggots
Oh, God.
pouring from open holes as black ichor oozes from its tusks. It is enraged by Khalil's show of bright lights and charges violently. Roll initiative.
Oof. Nice. Oh my god, this is the greatest initiative roll I've ever had.
All right.
He's gonna say like 11.
3. No, I'm natural 20.
What's the total score?
21. I mean 31, I guess. I don't know how.
31.
Oh, 10, you had 10 to a 20, right? It's 21.
No.
No,
Only
no,
for
no.
skills.
Okay.
Only for skills.
21.
All right. Darby
4.
6.
and Argesh.
I guess rolled a 6.
So 6 plus your initiative score.
Oh no, that is my final score, 6.
Oh, it is your final score. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, sadly, the boar with a +7 to its initiative gets to go first.
You
Jesus!
can't crit initiatives, unfortunately.
No!
Top of the track.
Rushes towards Khalil and attempts to
Bring it.
gore him with huge, hideous tusks. 26, 27, 28 against your flat-footed.
Oh my god, yeah.
As it headbutts you, the tusks dig deep into your side. And you take 12 points of damage.
Oh my god!
In addition, once you've been injured, please make me a fort save.
13.
Very well. Your character
He's dead.
dies.
You're aware.
No,
Boar.
no. Your character doesn't die.
12 damage. Oh my god, it's like half my life.
That's
Just
half your
one
life.
moment,
I have 25
please.
hit points.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a wizard, man.
All right, that's actually pretty funny. All right, so you now you basically watch as these like wriggling worms and disease-ridden like wound sort of opens up on your leg.
Is it undead?
Are you
you have
asking
no
me?
idea- Oh, you can make a knowledge planes check to find out about this thing.
I don't know. I don't know about.
Sorora!
I don't know about the planes.
Nope.
Neither do I.
Then I mean it could be undead. Who knows these things? All right. We then go to Khalil. It is now right next to you,
And
lashing angrily, squealing.
attacking me, wrecking my face hole.
I should have warned you about the tusks. As a druid, I know they're the most dangerous part.
Yes. I'm
That's
going to
very true.
cast.
They are the most
I'm going to cast Burning Hands at a 2nd level.
Ooh, roast pig.
All right, burning hands. All right, it makes a reflex save.
What does rotten cooking meat smell like?
Still gross.
Is there a spell resistance on your spell?
Yes.
Would you please roll me a caster level check, which is a d20 plus your caster level
Go.
plus your stat in order to try and overcome its spell resistance.
Oh lordy.
So your stat plus your level.
Uh, 17.
17. All right, it manages to go through. It gets a reflex save of 21 to avoid your flaming burst.
It's dexterous. This thing looks faster. That is faster than it looks.
So does it just avoid it, or does it half damage?
It takes half damage.
Okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a lot of dice. Alright, so he takes 10, 16, 19, He takes 10 points of fire damage. That's half. So he takes 20 points of fire damage, but reduce that by half.
All right, so 10 points of fire damage. The flames lick up and burn its flesh. The smell of burnt hair sort of assaults your nostrils, and the smell of this like kind of rotting flesh sizzling is just all but it's just sickening. Could I get everyone to roll me a sanity check, please, as they watch this boar get basically cooked?
I don't know my sanity score.
Ooh, natural 20.
Darby doesn't smell anything.
And I have that thing that
Do
makes
I
me
add
like.
anything to sanity? Rolls?
Yes, it's basically your will save.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I get an 11.
17 for Cleo.
17. And Darby?
Natural 20.
Natural
for Darby.
20.
All right. So everyone seems to have shaken off this sight. You've kind of all seen the gruesome and grisly. So you managed to keep your lunch down and stomach the sight of this. As we then go straight to our next highest initiative, which is 6. From Aga.
Alright. I'm going to attack him with my longsword.
Ooh, we had to see the sword.
Shiny.
Can I like just tell by looking at it with like an Arcana check if it's magic or not? Or no? I don't know how that works. His sword.
You'd need to identify it.
Need to identify it.
Or alternatively, you could just ask him.
Well, I mean we're in the middle of the fight. I was kind of just like you know like a glance thing.
I think he's
don't know.
admiring his.
Well, no. Okay, well, you know what? I'll say that over the course of like X amount of hours that you've spent traveling, you may have been curious and asked.
Okay. Do you have a magic sword?
No, it's just longsword.
It's just long. Okay.
I just like it.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a flashback. So it was in like
That was
7
the exact conversation they had.
by the fireplace.
Yeah, it's a regular longsword, but it's a masterwork longsword.
Cool.
Nice. And I'm close enough to hit.
Yes, you are. Oh, at least you can move up to and get close enough.
Well, I rolled a natural 1.
Start off
Oh,
strong.
First roll.
This is definitely starting off strong. Also, a big hello and thank you to Jai Raga for a plot twist card that I will be playing in just a moment. All right, so Agash, please tell me when to stop shuffling my crit deck of doom.
Oh no,
Oh.
failure.
All right, 3, 2, 1, stop.
All right, give me a number between 1 and 5.
3.
It's cruel that you pick your own fate.
All right, let's see. You're
Yeah.
attacking him with a
All right,
melee
all right.
weapon.
Yes.
All right,
I
you
don't
get
know.
notched. Your weapon takes 1d6 points of damage, ignoring hardness. So as you swing to hit these massive tusks, your blade chips.
Oh no!
Right,
Oh,
when it strikes the tusk,
I took such good
Taking-
care of you.
taking 4 points of damage to the blade.
What did that do to a sword?
I
when it
didn't know
takes
swords had
damage?
HP.
Nothing for the time being. Oh my god, go away! Sorry.
You just drew in the crit
There's
deck
a
and
bug.
your weapon got messed up.
Yeah. No.
No! It's like the worst one.
He like takes his sword and he packs up. And
It's
just goes
not.
Back.
Yeah. It throws on the ground and you stay here and do your own quests.
You know what would be really funny? A character that I swear to God. Go away.
The mouse.
A character that.
Sees the
A
mouse.
character that like
icon?
basically has like a whole bunch of swords, right? And every time he hits someone with it, he's like, "All right, this one has blood on it." Yep, blood on it.
Yeah.
He opens up surgical blade swords every time.
Yeah, he's
so
like.
they're clean.
"Shink." That'll be my next character when Khalil dies. He'll be the OCD leader of the Howling Agency.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so yeah, at this point, you kind of get the impression that this thing might be a little bit tough. As we go to Darby.
All right. So where am I standing in relation to the rest of them? I'm assuming I'm a little bit back, like not right up next to it.
Yeah, you were towards the back of the group as per the norm.
Yeah.
You were about maybe 5-10 foot away from its current location.
All right. So Darby is going to pull out his crossbow as he's getting that loaded up with the bolt. He flips open the false bottom, and with his tail, he's been gathering one of his supercharged alchemist fires from his explosion pocket. He's gonna plop that in there, take aim, and shoot it at the boar.
You have a tail?
Uh-huh.
Like, what is going on here?
I'm like a half demon.
Yeah, he's gross.
Why does the crossbow have a false bottom?
No, the bolts. I have these bolts.
Yeah.
Because I can infuse
Okay,
any
so
weapon.
you can put a potion in your bolt?
Yeah, basically.
I can, well, yeah, like alchemist fire or acid
Okay.
or whatever. So it's like I hit him with both.
Alright, so grabbing hold of the your supercharged alchemical flask, you load it into your bolt. You give it a good shake, as that is going to activate the catalyst. You have a few moments in which to launch your highly explosive crossbow bolt.
I like to imagine it glows a little bit, the supercharged ones, like even out the bottle.
I feel like the bottle vibrates. Like it's barely holding on, like it's just about to detonate and explode in this huge gout of fire. Alright, Darby, make your attack with your crossbow bolt.
Nice.
Well, I rolled a 19, so I probably hit.
Is this gonna kill us? We're real close to it.
No, it doesn't do splash.
Oh, okay.
Alright, yeah, yes, a 19 just on its own will actually make it, as the crossbow bolt sinks into the side.
28, though.
28?
Yeah.
That'll
I just like saying numbers.
As it hits the side of this rotting boar, the bolt sort of jams in deep before detonating. You see the flame sort of shooting out of the wound that you've made in it. Yep, roll your damage.
Alright, so he is going to take... Not a lot. 5... 10 fire damage, and it has to make a reflex save or it catches on fire.
Alright, reflex save of a natural 20 as
Okay.
it doesn't
Oh my
manage
God.
to shake off getting caught on fire.
Real good with fire.
For those of you who have joined us in chat, welcome to Tales from the Undertaker. I hope you enjoy it. Just a very quick cap on where we are currently. Our group of adventurers is currently on a quest to try and figure out where a blight in the middle of this forest is coming from. And they have encountered this sick and rotting looking boar. But there's something unusual about it, more than just it being some kind of undead. They've engaged it in battle, and it has already begun to gore members of the group and cause quite infectious looking wounds. Alright, we return to the top of initiative as the boar winds up to have another crack. Let's see.
Oh, I wanted to back up a bit, too, after I shoot.
How far away are you getting from Khalil and Argesht?
Just, like, probably about 20 feet. Just 20 feet back. Away from it.
Very well. You pull backwards with your crossbow in hand as you... the rain still pouring down over you as you work through the mud and slush. The creature opens its mouth and begins to hack and cough. And basically this violent spray of this black inky ooze that's basically got the same viscosity as tar launches as a spray across both Argasht and Khalil.
Oh, I think we killed it. No.
Please make a reflex save to begin with.
Please roll high.
Nice.
Please roll high.
17.
17. 17.
17 as well.
Team 17.
Team 17.
All right. You managed to avoid the majority of it by ducking behind some of the local fauna as flora. Sorry, not fauna. Pick up a bunny rabbit. Okay. As the spray manages to hit the trees rather than yourself. Khalil, you're up next.
All right, cool. So I'm going to cast fire through my sword and swing at this thing by spending one of my Arcana points.
Okay, very well. Make your attack. Thank you very much as well, P. Donkey, for your contribution to this week's plot twist.
Thank you.
I've definitely got some interesting ones here already. So I'm
Donkey.
looking forward to it.
That is a 23.
23. All right. With a 23, you do indeed manage to hit the creature.
All right.
Do you want to describe your attack?
So when Khalil casts an Arcana point, his entire blade engulfs in fire as he's a magus, so he casts an elemental spell through his sword. And so he goes and swings at the creature with a burning sword and deals... damage. 11 points of fire damage and 6 points of slashing damage. So 17 in total.
Nice.
All right, 17 damage. All right, that's some pretty heavy hits. The creature, I know it already looked unwell, but now it looks even more unwell.
It somehow looks better, guys. That's crazy.
We're beating it to better.
Beating it to better.
All right. Let's see. All right. Our guest.
I'm gonna get some retribution with my sword and try and hit him again.
He's gonna break his sword.
All right. With your sword newly chipped, you swing at it.
Ooh. All right, 25.
I was
With a
personally hoping for another natural one.
Khalil. As he swings his blade, you manage to strike a more fleshy part of the creature's flank. Roll your damage.
Right. 10 damage.
The creature lets loose a howling wail as it falls to the ground, dead.
We did it, sword.
What was that?
Yeah. Can I, Darby's gonna go up and, like, inspect it. Just, like, poking around, looking for, like, any of that, like, black... You said it was, like, black goop?
Yep, the black goop.
He's gonna, like, put it in a vial and is gonna, like, see if he can, like, distill it or figure out, like, what it is through
All right.
testing
All right,
stuff.
give us a fort save, please, as you approach the corpse to examine.
You.
19?
19. With a 19, you realize very quickly that the creature is not dead.
Oh, shit.
It's not dead.
No sooner than he says that, does the creature let loose another belch of disease up into Darby's face.
Shit.
Make a fort save.
Another fort save?
Real gross.
Oh god, they got me that time.
No.
7.
He's bound to
Oh,
happen,
it's like a
man.
zombie movie.
7. All right, with a 7,
So you get mommy rot.
The black, basically, his face is now covered in this foul-smelling black.
Darby, are you alright?
You get a free attack if you want.
I do?
Yep.
Does Darby even have a melee weapon?
Yeah, I have my sword cane.
Oh.
He's got tail, too.
What?
Dagger tail.
Stay down. I told you to stay down.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit. Wait, no, it's prone, so yes it will.
Okay.
It takes 3 damage.
That doesn't you didn't add your dexterity or strength to that?
You don't get to add dex unless you have a feat.
It doesn't seem to be affected by the smack, as it were.
Okay. Well, I'll back away then.
Very well. Oh, actually, no, you can't back away this round as you've taken the time to move up to it.
Shit.
This, however, goes to Khalil's turn.
This thing is just. What
I-
does it look like? It's just sitting there coughing in pain, like in agony.
Did I get something
no,
for
it
failing
was-
that save?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows
Oh,
these things?
okay.
Uh,
Just want to make sure I didn't
right.
miss something.
You've got little
No,
baby
no,
pigs
I'll
now
get
in your
it in a
brain.
second.
They laid eggs.
it's in your brain. Khalil, it's your turn. As far as you can tell, it's feigning death.
Well, I'm going to cast Burning Hands at it while it's laying there.
Darby is in the way.
Dobby's
Sing-
reduced
you-
the fire.
you-
I'm still gonna cast.
Oh, come on, man.
Reflex saves from the both of you, please.
18.
For me,
19.
oh, he reflex saves that while he's prone, while he was sleeping. Oh,
He rolled.
so he just takes half damage and then he rolls around.
Oh, and you also need to make a cast level check to get through its spell resistance.
Okay.
A pig with spell resistance.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. You did it last time, so I'm pretty sure you did it this time.
28.
28. Yep, that's fine. Okay, and the damage?
4, 8, 11, 10, 13.
13. Alright, with 13, you manage to kill it.
Again?
As it just sort of collapses on top
Don't
of the ground.
trust it.
I'm sorry about that, Javi. I knew you were fire resistant. I just.
Oh, how much fire did I take?
13.
13. Minus 5.
So it hurt. It was hot.
Ah,
Are you alright?
what the fuck?
I just didn't want to.
You know how many
explode.
times I've thrown bombs at you and specifically designed them to where it doesn't hurt you?
I don't have that ability. I apologize, Darby.
So I have to suffer
gosh.
because you suck?
Yes.
Gosh, you see you're watching the two of them bicker.
Yep.
August, I show my leg. Do you have any way to help me here? Are you a druid or someone with some kind of clerical abilities?
Oh, you are in luck, because I am a full-on cleric.
You got the Heelys. I thought you said you were a druid.
I like being a druid.
He's a cleric who
trained as a
pretends to
cleric.
be a druid.
I don't pretend I'm on sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
What, you like turned 16 as a cleric and you're
He's like, no, mom and dad, I'm
testing
gonna
out
be a
being
druid.
for a year and deciding which
Druid
lifestyle you want.
Springer.
Yeah.
I've got all these herbs, and I'm going to show the world how they make it a better place. So, I don't seem to have any healing abilities. But as a cleric, I can probably heal you pretty easily.
Let me see.
I just don't have any spells prepared, but can I, like, swap spells out as a cleric for healing?
Yes. Clerics have the ability to convert any of their spells to a cure spell of an equivalent level.
Oh,
Alternatively, clerics also have the ability to use channel energy, which allows them to create a 30-foot burst that heals all targets. At level 5, that would be 3d6 points of healing.
Jesus.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, cool.
Hit
'cause
both
I
of
have
us.
6 of those a day.
Oh
hit
my
both of
god,
us.
you have 6 of those a day?
Yeah, get within 30 feet of me and I'll
Okay,
heal you both.
fine.
It's not that hard.
How do you?
Alright,
what
roll
does
your
it look
healing.
like?
3d6. I'll roll it and then I'll tell you.
Well, before he does, Argesh says a prayer to his deity to imbue him with strength.
Do I hear?
Cast.
Do I hear his deity's name?
What's your spell save?
My deity's name is Eomed,
Hamid.
and
Eomed.
my spell save?
Yeah, like if you were casting that spell and say someone wanted to resist it, what
Oh
would they need to roll?
no, that's
I honestly
right.
don't know.
Yeah, we forgot to roleplay that. Darby likes getting hurt.
Oh.
He would have wanted me to burn
Well,
him.
get out of the 30-foot radius.
You
and-
want to try that again? I'll let you retcon that.
Okay,
You
let's-
got burnt.
No, I'll say that, but like, it'll be this exact same conversation, but Darby was just super hard the whole time.
Roll a bluff.
Being a
Roll.
masochistic tsundere.
Roll a bluff check. He's a...
He's not hard.
No, I was obvious about it. 7.
Yeah, you guys can tell he's not actually angry at this. He's just he's putting up more protest.
Why'd you
than he's...
burn me with fire?
Why did you...
God.
Like I wanted you to burn me, baka.
Why did you burn me when I wasn't wearing
Baka.
God.
Okay,
Ah,
Darby.
man, if you had warned me, I could have turned off my I mean,
Okay.
Okay. Argash, your god is Iomade, the god
I failed.
of righteousness, justice, paladins, and basically goodness and all right doing this.
nice.
Imagine if Captain America was a god. That's kind of where we're fitting in at the moment. So say a prayer to your paladin god Iomade, and gain the powers of her to heal your friends.
Iomade, please hear my call. My friend is injured and he means to do good.
Sounds like a prayer to me.
This big,
It's very
big
pragmatic
wave
because
of,
it's law and order.
This big wave of holy light washes over you and heals them.
4.
Roll your healing.
I did not resist, by the way. I rolled, and
9.
I failed.
9. Okay, cool.
I can do it again, but I have to say a different prayer each time.
He doesn't like repeats.
Like 6 prayers a day.
What's the refresh? Like, can you use that
I
prayer
can do
again?
6 times a day. Oh, that prayer?
Yeah.
Never again.
No, okay.
That's it. He has to come up with a new one each and every time.
That's why.
No, I understand why that one
yeah,
kinda
now you get
sucked.
it. Oh, thanks. It was only the 375th one. I've
Yeah,
ever
that
thought
sounds miserable.
All right.
of. It's worth a bit of healing.
Okay, so having been properly healed, you continue your way to the west, trying to follow the directions. You watch as the trees slowly seem to be withering and dying around you. The leaves that once formed a canopy protecting you from a majority of the rain seem to have all but dissipated, leaving a kind of nasty downpour engulfing the whole lot of you. Argash, from here, could you please make me a survival check as you attempt to recall the location that you found many of these, that you saw the children walking into?
Alright, I don't have any sort of bonuses to survival, so we're just rolling raw. 18.
18?
Yep.
Alright, so with an 18... Let's have a look. Yes, you find a small trail that you'd actually left in advance, and it does indeed lead you towards a rather somber-looking glade. There's also what appears to be this kind of bog that has sort of come up from the rain and the downpour. The mud has sort of turned into a thick sludge and is covering an area in front of you. You believe that you would have to wade through it with, it being about maybe chest height. You think to yourself that if Geralt was here, he'd probably be swimming.
Okay, it was just...
I guess we're powering through. I mean, I'm okay with nature, so
Yeah, it's just...
take off anything that's too heavy, I guess, before we get in. Drag you down.
Thought?
What do I know about stuff like this? Like precautions and things to make it simpler.
Do you know any?
It's survival. I'd have to roll, huh?
Yeah, survival, I guess, would allow you to do that.
Is there a local check?
I got survival.
It's, someone who's learned.
No.
16 for survival.
16 for survival. Well, you figure that obviously making sure that you're not carrying anything heavy or that would suffer damage from waterlog above your head. So, like basically putting your backpacks and stuff on your shoulders as you walk is always the better idea. Same thing with your weapons as well. Trying to draw them from underwater may cause you a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
All right, I'll go in first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
I'll follow.
lead the way.
Taking care to make those precautions.
Yep.
Yeah, I will also do all those precautions.
It's also really bad when the water hits like the genital line. It gets cold. It's a shock to the system. If we get attacked right then, we're screwed. If we get across,
Just in that specific moment.
Yeah.
That one moment.
In that specific moment.
Thank you for the warning, I guess.
All right. As you begin to track forward, you feel the water sort of sloshing around as you press on. Let's roll a percentage. Could I have Darby? Could you roll me a percentage, please?
57.
this lake is 57% monsters.
It's just one giant cube. What are those ooze cubes called?
Ooh, yeah.
Gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube. It's
It's
just
just
one
real
giant.
hot out, so he's like melted down.
That's one of his
No, not
spells.
quite. All right.
Oh, I got that. Yeah.
Do you know what they do though?
All right. So
Let's
as you indeed begin to trudge your way through, could I get everyone to roll me a perception check? The water begins to slowly rise, getting from your chest height up to about maybe your neck height. You keep your hands firmly above your head. You continue down the muddy, murky waters.
Coil roll day 14.
18 for Darby?
21.
Okay. Those of you who scored over 20 can look up ahead. Doing so, you could see that there is a certain churning in the water.
MVP.
It's sort of like there's this strong kind of like something is bubbling or roiling the water underneath the surface.
I hate to break it to you, but we're not alone in this water.
What do you mean we're not alone?
Shit.
There's something big up there. I can't see what it is, but it's a coming.
What do
How
we-
far away is it?
It doesn't seem to be approaching. It just seems to be occupying an area that you need to pass through. It's about 20 foot wide.
Alright, so it's about 20 foot wide, and we have to pass through it.
There's no other way around?
Not that I can see.
Bobby, do you have some kind of weird bomb
Do you have an
or
anti-water bomb?
No. I don't.
Interesting.
Could you tell me what a thunderstone does?
Thunderstone is a rock that, when thrown, creates a cacophonic sound, bursting in an area. Deafens creatures. It's like a flashbang almost.
That seems like it would be pretty good for a water creature.
Yeah, I've also got one of those. Couple.
Yeah? How good are you at throwing things? Because I'm not
Pretty
very
good at throwing things.
Alright, you want...
I can actually just shoot it as part of my crossbow.
Well,
And
okay.
just drop the stone
I
in there.
point out in the river up ahead where it is.
Alright, I'll come up next to him. Slip one of my thunder...
Next to the next to the.
Next to where he's pointing it out at. And, like, I'll see where he's pointing it out and take out my thunderstone and put it in the crossbow bolts and aim and shoot.
All right, make your attack as you fire your crossbow bolt across the way and into the water.
22.
All right, with a 22, you strike the water and there is a loud bang that occurs. Falling out, you can kind of see. The large. The amount of water just sort of gets displaced from the huge explosion, and falling out from the wave, you could see basically a few tiny black creatures get flung out and into the trees.
Oh gosh.
Roll a knowledge nature check.
Luckily it's one of my like best skills. 21.
21. You know that this is a leech swarm.
Oh God, stay away! Don't go there.
What is a leech
It's a leech swarm.
Darby?
The effects of your Thunderstone seem to have disoriented them for a short time. I'm going to say that it's about a minute before they start wriggling and writhing once more as they coalesce back together.
We can see them right now.
Well, you know, you saw them as they kind of got flung up into the air.
And they're like falling back in.
Yeah.
Let's hurry.
Let's go. Yeah.
It's only a minute. But I'm down to try.
Let's just run.
Alright.
As we're going, just in case it gets deeper, I'm gonna drink a monkey fish potion. So
Alright.
I'm gonna like grow some hair, get like the spongy fingers.
Oh,
Uh,
what kind of monkey fish? Okay.
I get a climb speed. I can swim.
I cast Expedious Retreat on myself.
All right, very
That's
well.
what I
You
do,
begin
man.
to cast spells, drink your potions as you then begin to acceleratedly move through this area. The swarm seems to awaken and begin chasing you. It is substantially faster than you
Oh God.
and begins to, sort of catch up on you. What do you guys do?
We should get out of the water.
Can we try to get out of the water?
No, there is no way for you to climb out. I mean, you could try to climb into the trees, if you wish to.
Would my climb speed help with that?
Yes.
I'll try to get into the trees and then help other people up.
All right.
I'll drop a rope. I have a bunch of rope. I'll climb up it. If I get up in the trees, I'll drop a rope and like tie it.
All right.
Sounds
Very
good.
well. Khalil and Agash, could you please make me a climb check as you attempt to climb up the rope to higher ground?
Is it just acrobatics? What is this?
It's a climb check.
Oh, just straight up climb. Okay, I rolled a 18 naturally.
2. I have on heavy armor.
20.
You're the one that said
non-natural.
don't go in with heavy stuff.
All right. Well, interesting. Well, you stay in the water. I guess we can roll initiative now as the leeches wrap up and grab at Agash.
Oh shit.
So we all roll initiative.
Okay. Khalil rolled a 20.
3.
13.
Okay. 3 for Khalil.
21. 20. Jesus, 20.
All right. 3. Who got 3?
Me.
Darby and Agash.
What I have a 2?
13, I think.
13. Yeah.
13. All right. And leeches. All right. What did you get? 5. All right. So starting with Khalil.
So, if Argash was to get heavier, would he sink deeper, or is he kind of touching the bottom? Was I touching the bottom of the
Yeah,
bog?
he's touching the bottom.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna cast Enlarge Person on him.
Okay. You feel your body swell and grow as you become a large creature.
Nice.
And
Which also translates to there are now more leeches on you.
oh, I
More
just
necessary.
But I have more blood to give.
you do gain.
Thank you. The leeches cheer for Khalil, their new god.
Khalil, the blood bringer. Okay. All right. We then go from Khalil, who is cast in large person, to Agash, who is in the water.
As a large person.
I'm gonna cast Magic Vestment.
Magic vestment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you cast it, and your attire begins to glow with magical energies as they swirl around you, offering some meager form of protection. We then go to the swarm. Now, swarms are very unique. They don't act the same way as regular monsters do. Rather than having to roll attack damage, they simply deal damage.
Right.
So in this case, you will take 4 points of damage, and you will make me a fortitude save, and then a will save.
My fortitude save is 25.
Fort is fine. You do perfectly well and shake off their distraction as they. You shake off the poison from their nasty little bites.
My will save is 12.
Well, okay, yeah, you are distracted though, meaning you're feeling very nauseous, having all of these tiny creatures wriggling around all over you.
Makes sense.
I'd be
All right.
distracted.
Yeah.
Okay, we then go to Darby.
All right. Seeing the effect it had last time, instead of shooting it at him, though, Darby's just going to yell, "Cover your ears!" and throw another Thunderstone at the swarm.
All right, Khalil, our guest, you have a reflex save in order to try and cover your ears.
Uh, 19 for Khalil.
19 for Khalil?
Yes.
With a 19, yep, you managed to cover your ears. Argasht?
12.
12. Sadly, you do not, so you will need to make a fort save for me as the
big
Thunderstone
hands.
strikes you.
Big new hands. Clumsy. 17 for it.
Okay.
Okay, and okay, you're fine, and the swarm seems to dissipate, giving you some time to basically decide if you want to stick around or run away.
Run.
Run.
Please.
I made him big so he could run faster. Because now he's got big old legs.
Yes, yep, indeed you can. Being large means that the mud is only up to your waist, so you trudge forward. Now, what's your strength like, by the way?
17.
+2.
+2 because you're large.
So it's at a
19.
19 right
19.
now.
All right, if you want to, Khalil and Darby, both of you are able to climb onto Argasht and allow him to carry you.
Yes, for sure,
to see.
I will do that. I will mount
Yeah.
my steady steed.
I'll do that as well.
All right.
Very well. All right, climbing onto his shoulders, you make short work of the remaining distance, trudging and outrunning the leeches before they are able to catch up. Now, as this happens, Khalil and Darby, Khalil specifically, can you make a will save for me?
Oh, gosh. Why? I have such good wheel, and I keep rolling like crap. 14.
14?
Yes.
All right, with a 14. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Eddie, do we have Khalil's favorite minion encounter?
Oh my god. What?
Do the gremlin.
The gremlin, the little red gremlin. Sorry, I can barely hear him on the thing, so you guys are
Oh, that's okay. Okay, this encounter comes courtesy of P Donkey and
Why?
Dialaga, as you have pulled
Yeah,
out
why?
you have pulled out the unwelcome arrival plot twist card, along with the where did that come from plot card.
Son of a bitch.
You hear a voice that seems to be resonating in your head, Khalil. It just sort of whispers out to you. Khalil.
What? Hello?
Khalil.
Hello? No.
Hello, Khalil.
I kicked you! I kicked you through a building! How the fuck are you alive?
Oh, You can't get rid of me, Khalil. No. I'm always here. Always watching, Khalil. Hey, Khalil.
No, stop.
You should push Darby. Push him off.
Why
Push
would
him
I?
into the water.
Why would I push Darby into the water? It's crazy.
Darby, you can hear him talking to himself.
Push Darby in the water.
Why are you telling? What?
Darby, shut up! Don't you hear that?
No,
It's the stupid gremlin thing. It's back. I don't.
I haven't seen that thing since
Then
like.
shut up and listen. Don't you hear it?
Darby, you can't hear anything.
No.
I don't.
Khalil.
There, that's.
There's
I've
nothing.
disguised myself as Darby. It's really me.
Are you the gremlin? Did he get you again?
What?
Are you the gremlin?
No, I'm not.
He's done this before.
When?
This
When
is
did
a
he
weird
dress up as?
conversation, guys. Carrying me through the
Why are you asking this on this hulking man's arms?
I don't know.
All of a sudden,
I
My
have no idea.
longsword doesn't seem so long anymore.
no, it grew with you.
Oh, nice.
It'll shrink back though.
All right. As you as the conversation seems to to continue between Khalil and Darby, Agusht, you can make me a perception check, please.
8.
Distracted by our arguing.
Yeah, it's like
You seem
angel
very
and devil,
distracted
but
by
just
the
like neither.
All right, you guys eventually come to the end of the way. As you sort of get ready to disembark, Khalil, you can see what appears to be a very obvious trap on the ground.
Look, guys, there's a trap.
Where?
That's pretty obvious.
What trap?
Is it in the trees?
That's right there.
Neither of you see it.
Disable it.
Is it in the sky?
You want me to? I'll go disable the trap.
You head down and you pick up basically what looks to be like this tiny little bear trap. You begin to set work disabling it. Darby and Argasht, you basically watch as Khalil seems to be fondling a rock.
So.
This isn't
Does he
normal.
have something messing with him?
This isn't normal.
Like a goblin he was talking about in his brain?
He's talking about the gremlin.
Darby, look at this.
The rock.
The bear trap that's sitting here. What are you talking about?
I'm a druid. I know bear
I'm gonna
traps.
touch it.
Darby, watch out.
He touches the bear trap. The bear trap doesn't seem to open. Doesn't seem to activate. Like you've jammed it basically. And Darby,
you're
the
welcome.
rock, it's a rock.
You're welcome, Darby.
I mean, it could be a bear trap if you dropped it from high enough, I guess.
I guess I
It's
disabled.
a very abstract bear
It's
trap.
fine. Let's
I'm a
just
druid. I have to think of all different types of bear traps.
let's just move on.
You could feed it to a bear, and that probably hurt.
I'll just. I kind of want to pick it up for use later. In Khalil's head.
It's
All right,
a rock.
You place the rock in your
It's not
pocket.
a rock. I placed the rock in my pocket.
All right. He puts the rock in his pocket.
Are you seeing the gremlin? Is he here?
Do you want to trade later? I pull some rocks out of my pockets.
Why a rock for a bear trap does not seem very fair, friend. What are you talking about? Can we just go, please?
Could you roll me a perception check? Darby and Khalil, you're at a -5.
12.
12.
18. Wait,
12.
no, 23.
6.
Is that with the -5s?
Yes.
How?
I have a spell that gives me +5 to wisdom skills. That lasts for 24 hours.
Okay. Khalil, you notice that the trees seem to have faces.
Sure, I'm glad you're the one that notices this.
Guys, look at the trees. They have faces.
Oh god, it's gotten way
you
worse.
drink some of
That
that
No,
salt
look
water?
at
that
the trees.
escalated quickly. I told you not to drink stuff that you find in my backpack.
I'm just curious.
Oh, that is literally the best.
I was just okay. I point at the trees. I point at the obvious face trees.
You guys actually this time see faces in the trees.
Oh God!
Okay, there they are.
I told you, it's like the bear trap.
The one you fit in your pocket.
The one that you fit in your pocket.
Yes, I pull out my bear trap.
And this is a full-size bear trap you fit in your pocket.
Pulls out a rock.
And put it back in my bag. I'll put it in my back.
You said you pulled out a rock.
Do I see it as a rock?
You don't see it as a rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in where it was. All right. What do we do? Do you know what these things are, Darby? Have you seen this before? Would he have?
You no idea. You can go close to try and attempt a medical check.
I don't really know that stuff. Do you know medical stuff?
Well, it's a
No.
heal check.
I have a heal check, yeah.
Heal?
I can medicine this
anyone,
tree.
anyone can do it, but it's obviously something pertaining to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach very carefully. I don't want to get spewed with black stuff in the face.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Is
so-
he still big? Has my spell worn off? It probably has by now.
Yeah, your spell's now worn off.
Okay.
All right, as you approach, you get close and you realize that it looks as though these bodies seem to be part of the wood and part of the trees.
Oh, gross.
They seem to be, be like they're incredibly strange. They like it's almost like the trees and roots have sort of grown in from them, like it's sprouted from their chest and their shoulders. The faces of these individuals appear to be that of children.
What do you see?
I rolled 13 for the heal check.
13 for the heal check. You've never seen anything like this before. Yeah, you've got no way how to process it, but it looks as though trees are growing out of some children.
So I think we found some of the kids. Good
I
news.
want to go and take
Are
a
the
look.
children dead?
Bad news is they're turning into trees.
What do you mean they're turning into trees?
Well, so trees aren't really alive and they're not really dead. It's sort of a gray area for druids. I mean, all nature is alive, but they're not conscious. So I wouldn't say all the kids are dead.
Is there any kind of knowledge arcana
They're just
I could do
plants.
Knowledge arcana,
Or nature?
knowledge nature, I suppose we'll do for this.
Yep, that's a tree.
Oh, 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, with a 15, you can probably tell that these, whatever these are more likely, alive in a sense. They are, obviously, if the tree is growing, then obviously there's still nutrients being gathered, and it's still, it's still functioning, it's still existing. However, you're kind of also in the mindset that the children, it looks as though their body has been absolutely destroyed. But it looks as though they're in a symbiotic kind of scenario.
Does it
While
look?
the tree's alive, they're alive.
Do they...
The original good news, bad news situation.
This is terrible.
I don't know what to do.
I say we keep looking and try and find some that aren't turned into trees yet.
Yeah.
See who's doing this.
Let's find out what's
Okay,
going on.
let's
Maybe they
look
can undo it? I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know about undoing, but at least put a stop to it.
We need to find. I want to look around perception for anything that seems more imposing, something that's bigger or shiny or something that looks like the place to go.
Okay. Make a perception check. I mean, you guys know, obviously, there is still the a deeper part of the place. So you can probably go towards it.
Yeah, I'll go that way.
We'll keep
18
walking.
and while I'm going that way.
Okay. Yeah, you also notice as you look around that there is way more than one child. You see about maybe 4 or 5 other ones just nearby who are literally equally growing from these trees. These these poor children are just like kind of sprouting out and like just hanging almost lifeless from from their perches.
Before we go away, Darby is gonna drink Detect Thoughts and see if he
Okay.
can read any thoughts coming from the faces.
Very well. You walk over to one of the trees and you place your hand on its head. As you do so, it kind of feels like a mix between like leather and bark. And as you cast Detect Thoughts, all you hear in your voice is that of a small child saying, "I'm so cold. Help me. Please, I'm scared. It's dark. I want my mommy."
Did you gather anything?
Nothing useful.
Is he okay?
There's something in there.
Yeah.
So we can possibly save them?
He's asking for help, asking for his mommy.
Ah. She a tree?
It's cold.
Cleo is definitely more visibly upset by this than most things that he's encountered. He's a very soft spot for kids, especially kids in situations like this.
All of a sudden, all of you actually hear the sound, basically coming from one of the trees. It's a croaking, raspy voice that's whispering something. You look around at the 4 tree children, and you can see that one of them, the mouth is still moving, but very slowly. It cracks with the tree and the branches as it sort of tries to whisper something.
I'll run over there.
As he goes to run over, just like preemptively, I'm gonna take out my mutagen and down it. So Darby pain. It lasts for like almost an hour at this point. So anytime I feel like a boss is, or not a boss, but like a fight is coming at all, I'm just like,
It's like, oh, Khalil's running over there. Better take my mutagen.
yeah. So Darby like painfully contorts and like his legs and arms grow like suddenly like a lot longer.
Are you the goblin?
Are you the goblin?
His skin kind of looks like it's stretched a little bit. Like it definitely. Yeah.
Cool.
He just becomes taller and
Grosser
more lean
somehow.
and muscly, but like not bulky.
Every 10 minutes, Argash learns something new about you fellers.
Okay.
And then I'll go up and with Khalil, like follow behind as soon as I can.
All right. As Khalil gets to the side of the one talking, he leans in close to try and hear what it's saying, and it seems to be whispering, "Run. He's coming."
Who's coming? Are you okay? What do I do?
All right. Well, as you say this, let's see. August, could you make me a perception check, please?
I would guess run. When something says
15.
run, you don't ask what do I do.
He wants to, how to help him.
15, yes.
All right. You notice that a mist has begun to swell around the area, making it difficult to see.
Oh, no.
The water levels also seem to be rising ever so slightly. And, Darby,
Mm-hmm.
you particularly feel a kind of chill in the air, being a little bit bigger than the others now that you've drunk your mutagen. Everyone can now make me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Oh, damn. 27 for Khalil.
25 for Darby.
All right, you all notice in the tree, hanging from what appears to be these long, slimy tendrils, is this. It's kind of like a sloth that seems to just sort of be clasping at these branches, and it looks down at you guys, and it seems to have like these kind of sad eyes that are covered in like moss and vines. Its teeth are filled with razor-sharp blades.
Do I recognize this
Uh,
as the
roll
thing
a-
that attacked us in the fucking second episode?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe we'll see. Yeah.
I don't remember what attacked you in the second episode, if I'm being 100% honest. But I will go back and watch it, and if you guys do as well, then we can find out next time. But no, I don't think it is, because this is actually the Easy Killer Tentacle Sloth. That was one of the suggestions for last week's monster.
Oh my god, there's a suggestion for monsters?
Tentacle sloth.
There
Who
was-
suggested a tentacle sloth?
Probably that P
I
donkey
don't know.
jerk.
I'd have to go back and check.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the person who did it knows who they are. And of course, while the gremlin was a lot of fun, I just kind of wanted to throw that out as a red herring because this is your unwelcome arrival. And where the hell did it come from? I actually have no idea. It's there now. All right, roll initiative as the creature seems to be leaning down to grab hold of, let's say, oh gosh,
Oh no.
I got another natural 20.
Oh damn.
damn.
It's because you started with a nat 1.
Yep.
Darby got a 17.
19.
You rolled a natural
Sorry,
20?
21.
Khalil rolled a 5 in total.
dear. Okay, well, the sloth, despite its incredibly slow size, got 18 on its initiative. So we are going to begin with Argasht.
Alright. Oh, this is a big sloth tentacle thingy. Let's see. I'm going to cast... Searing Light.
Yep. Alright, so casting Searing Light, you create a ray of pure light energy and fire it directly upwards at the giant creature.
I Kamehameha it for like 5 episodes first, though.
Alright, make your ranged attack action. So that is your d20 plus your base attack bonus plus your dexterity modifier.
Alright.
Also, I'm
14.
trying to find a good picture for this creature, but I can't seem to find one.
14.
I mean, go figure. 14?
Yep.
Alright, with a 14, let's have a look. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna send Eddie this thing here. Maybe that'll work. There you go. So at least we've got a picture. So there, enjoy that. Let's see, 15 will not hit it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's gnarly. Looking.
Oh, wait, no, it's a touch attack. So yes, actually, it will hit it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, nice. You
Roll
hit it.
your damage.
This looks
As
like the
you
thing you
bite
fight in the
the
Starfinder thing we played.
Oh, I think it's terrifying looking.
Oh,
You hit.
I don't have the damage for that one, sorry.
Oh,
Okay, Searing Light is a spell.
It's a 3rd level.
yeah, I got it pulled up right here actually. It's a 1d8 per every 2 caster levels.
So you guys are level 5, which means you are at
2d8.
2d8.
If it's undead or susceptible to light, it takes an additional d6.
It is susceptible to light, so it will take another d6.
Oh, I'm sorry. D6 if it's undead, D8 if it's vulnerable to light.
Oh wow.
Also,
Nice.
well, yeah, 2d8 then.
Yeah.
So 2d8 and then another d8 for the susceptible to light.
So
No,
2d8
just 2d8.
Oh.
No, it's another D8 per caster level.
if it's susceptible.
Yeah, it says, okay, a creature struck by this by attack takes 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels. An undead creature takes an additional 1d6 per 2 caster levels. Or no, just per caster level. And a creature particularly vulnerable to bright light takes 8d points of damage per caster level.
Per caster
Alright.
level? Jesus.
Maximum 10d8. So
So that's 5d8.
5 or 48.
wouldn't it be
2d6?
68?
It's
48 and 2d6 is what I got.
Right, so it does a d8, and then because it's vulnerable to light, it takes another d8 per his caster level. If we're level 5, right?
You know what? Let me look up this spell. I feel like you're missing so much of it. Okay. Focusing divine powers like a ray of sun, you project a blast of light from your open palm. You must succeed on a ranged touch to strike your target, which you have. A creature struck by this light takes 1d8 per 2 caster.
Oh, it's not in
Undead?
bonus. Okay, I see.
Undead takes 1d6 per caster level. A undead creature, particularly vulnerable to bright light, takes 1d8 points per caster level.
Never
Now,
mind.
because it is vulnerable to light, but not undead, I will go with it can take 5d8 points of damage.
Okay.
It's still crazy regardless.
That's still pretty good.
And
Yeah.
that'll be
Could I get one more d8?
The last line of that is a construct or
One
inanimate
D8,
object only takes 1d6.
Yeah, it's not good against those.
Right, 5d8. Here we go. Let's blast this thing out of the trees.
So crazy.
26 damage.
Oh my god.
Wow, alright. As the searing light burns at the creature, you watch as its writhing tentacles recoil at the bright light as it shines through and strikes it. It lets loose this slow but mellow, drolling roar as it angrily lashes out. It is now its turn, and it did not like Argesh doing that. That is a potential critical hit.
Oh my god, no! You're gonna die!
Maybe. We'll see.
This is when you get devoured by a
14.
tentacle monster.
14 plus 5 is 19 to hit.
My AC is 18.
Oh, you gave heavy armor. I was hoping it was at least 20. Damn it.
Alright, so that's 5. Oop, I'm back. Oh no. 15. Alright, so that is 15 points of damage. And could you make me a fortitude save, please?
Fortitude was 22.
Fortitude is 22. Okay. You seem to stave off any kind of reaction to these creatures. Now, in addition,
Oh, here
it is going to
comes.
attempt to grapple you.
Oh, he doesn't get the. Did he crit?
Yeah. Oh, right, the crit card.
Crit
Whoa!
card.
Thanks.
All right. Do we have an audience at this time of night, or are we dwindling? Oh, we have people. Hey guys, what's up? Could someone in the audience please give me a number between 1 and 5?
Please.
As soon as you do so, I will stop shuffling, and we will find out what this horrifying Cthulian nightmare does to our poor druid. 3. P. Donkey, thank you very much.
Thank you, B. Duncan.
1, 2,
Thank you,
3.
P.
Whoa. Oh dear. All right. As the tentacled monster reaches out and grabs you, the ichor and blood from its flesh stain your eyes and blind you. This blinds you for
Ever.
ever. No, 1d3 rounds. 1d3 rounds. The ink stains your eyes, blinding you and making you unable to see as you sort of struggle in the grasp of this giant tentacled sloth. All right. Going next to, of course, let's see, Argesh.
Argesh went
He
first,
started, yeah.
right?
Oh, sorry, Khalil.
Khalil.
Wait, wouldn't it be me? Because didn't you roll really low?
Yes, I believe I always do. Wait, I rolled.
Because I had a 17 and you said it had an 18.
All right, then yes, Darby.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I? You said I'm standing next to it?
Everybody's kind of under it at this point.
Yeah.
Do you say I'm standing next to it?
You are standing beneath it. As
Beneath
this
it.
hulking creature is just sort of grabbing up from the top.
I'm gonna like carefully step back just a little, like 5 feet. Pull out with my hands. I'll start fixing together a bomb. With my tail, I'll grab the little vial that's like split in half that I crack into the bomb that causes the reaction, and then I'll chuck the bomb at the thing, making sure not to hit squares that would hit Argash.
All right, make your attack as you fire your.
So there's like a wood panel or something that stops it from blowing up a certain direction. I'm just like, ugh. And I granny shot it at him.
All right, make your attack.
Granny shot. Don't fail me now. 25 versus touch.
That'll hit.
All right, he takes 14 fire damage.
14. Jesus, guys. All right. As you deal 14 points of damage, fire engulfs him, and you hear it sort of scream and yell and thrash about. Fire and light seem to be doing quite a lot of substantial damage to it. But it has definitely turned its sights to Darby now.
Oh shit.
Reload those crit cards.
All right. Next up is Khalil.
Well, I'm going to. Is there? I can aim at it without hitting them with burning hands, since it's up.
No, you will hit Argash.
Is there any position I can move to avoid him?
No, you'd have to climb the tree.
Sure, I will attempt to do so.
All right, make a climb check as you move over to one of the nearby trees and attempt to scale it as quickly as you can.
14.
14. With a 14, yep, you manage to sort of grab onto a couple of branches, drag yourself upwards, and you find yourself about 15 foot off the ground. But you're now in line with the creature.
Can I cast my spell still?
You may absolutely.
Right, burning hands. Yep.
Makes a reflex.
Natural 20.
God damn, Jesus.
Like my second natural 20 in a row for this thing.
One of these days you'll do full damage with the burning hand.
7.
It's more like a
11 points of fire damage.
It's more like a lukewarm touch.
A lukewarm touch.
All right, 11 points of damage. All right, as you deal your damage, it sort of gets caught on fire. It hates all of you. You are all scum. You have all decided to continue to set it on fire, which makes it like sad and angry. All right, we then go to Argasht.
So I am blind. How many rounds am I blind for? 1d3.
You are blind for 2 rounds.
Okay. At this time, I will cast Channel Positive Energy.
Oh, nice.
All right. So as you channel it, your healing energies. Now, do you have the feat Selective Channel?
Feet.
Oh,
I do not.
That means you'll heal the monster, too.
Oh, he's not negative enough that it'll hurt him.
Probably not.
All right. So what do we get?
All right, I'm going to cast it.
Where was it?
What?
What was he looking up?
You're just
Oh,
looking
do
up
you-
here at
do
the
you have
feet.
I
He
do
does
not
not.
have that
No, no,
seed,
do-
no.
So if you don't have the feet, you are going to heal the creature at the same time with channel energy.
What do you think? It's worth it?
I think we're not. Is
I'm
anyone
not,
even
I'm
hurt right
not
now?
hurt right now.
Okay, I'm the only one that's injured.
You can convert any of your spells
Right,
to
right.
a cure wounds
Yeah,
of equal
I'm gonna
level.
convert level 1 spell into Cure Wounds on myself.
He's casting Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay, cure light wounds, moderate wounds.
Light wounds.
Alright, so 1d8 plus 5, and that is how many hit points you would.
Alright, I heal 7.
Alright. Alright, the creature takes the opportunity to attack. Well, I feel like it's just gonna eat you, but at the same time, I feel like that's a bad thing. Darby did a
Oh
fair
my
bit of
God.
damage. Eel did a fair bit of damage. Argash did. I'm gonna roll off on this one. So let's see.
Oh no!
2. It's gonna go for Darby.
Come at me, bro. You weird tentacle fuck.
Oh no, you know what it'll do? Tentacles will attack Darby and it'll bite Argash.
Mm.
So the tentacle swings down and gets a 22 to hit Darby.
That hits. Just barely though. I have 21 with my thing up.
Damn.
You take 9 points of damage and avoid being grappled by the creature. Could you also make me a fort save, please?
19.
19. You are fine. Gushed, you are bitten as it makes a 30 on its jaws
Yep, that bites.
and deals 22 points of damage.
Ooh, Jesus. That would almost kill
I'm
you.
at 7 hit points.
How much did he get hit by?
22.
It's
Oh my god!
bites into you as black
If this
ooze
thing
from
crit
its
you
jaw.
with its jaws, it would just straight up kill you.
Yep, that's true. It would straight up kill me almost.
All right.
I'm blind, I have no idea what's going on.
Ah!
You're being eaten. You're definitely being eaten.
Yep, that's what being eaten feels like.
All right. Now we're up to Darby.
I'm gonna throw another bomb at him and get not have it hit the space that
Could you throw a Healy bomb at me?
I don't have Healy bombs. That is the thing I could get, but I don't have Healy bombs.
Gotcha.
All right. Make your
Instead, I
attack.
have stink bombs,
Oh, thanks.
so I could make you
I'm glad
nauseous.
You're on my team.
Anyway, Darby does the same thing. 16 versus touch attack.
That'll hit.
Die. Um, 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage.
2 bombs down.
That is 69. I'm an adult. Leave me alone. Okay. So, as the explosion erupts again, it sort of roars and lashes. It seems to be in so much pain, so much anguish. Khalil.
It looks like it's in a lot of pain.
Fire sword.
I've seen how dangerous this thing is, and
Fire sword.
yeah, Khalil's going to imbue his sword with fire, and he's going to use his Cloak of the Hedge to instantly cast Chew Strike and swing at this creature with power attack.
All right, please do so. Make an acrobatics. Your tree.
Oh,
So I feel as though there's an actual one in there.
No, you rolled
no.
a 2.
so my total is 28 to hit.
28 to hit will hit.
You want
But you
me
need to make an acrobatics check for me.
We're one away from all of that being wasted.
to...
Just falling on
An
a tree
acrobatics...
right
Well, how far away is he from me?
He's about 10 foot away from you currently.
Shit. Please, please. Oh, thank God. 18.
All right. As you leap from your tree with your sword, you use both your hands and you swing down with all your might as you cut into the thick, tentacled body of the sloth.
Alright, so he takes 10 points of fire damage and 5 points of slashing damage.
All right. It is still up, but barely. Agast, it's up to you.
I'm still blinded, but
Yep.
It is eating you,
It
so
is,
you
so I
probably
can
have a
feel
good
where it
idea
is.
where it is.
I'm going to slash at it from inside the mouth.
All right.
Do you have any
Make an
spells
attack.
or?
I'm trained as a longsword. It's
Actually, you know what?
masterwork.
Well, while you're rolling your d20, also roll a percentage at the same time. Now the way we
Do
also
this.
now the way we rule all our percentages is
So-
higher will always favor the party.
That's the 10,
Yeah.
and that's the other one.
39 for
Oh,
percentage.
no.
Oh, that is not good. As you swing, you catch nothing but air as you miss
Yep, blind.
your attack. It is a sad and tragic day. Darby, no, you know what? It ignores Darby and does a tentacle attack on Khalil.
Oof, bad.
Khalil, that is 29 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 13 points of damage.
Oh, that
The
hurts.
mouth
And
is
a
pretty
fort
bad.
save,
How are the
please.
tentacles?
Fortitude. Oh no, 9.
Okay, let's see, what's per day? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! Khalil!
What?
Nothing, just stuff. Trying to mention in a bit. Okay. Alright, and you are grappled as well as the tentacles lash out at you. You feel your body sort of being pulled around by this this large creature. The fangs then go to attack Argasht.
Oh, thank God.
Now I'm gonna do something special. I'm gonna show you guys like my roll here. I don't know if I can. So you can see I've got my dice. Right, so I'm just gonna roll it. So you guys can see what my roll is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Holy hell. I haven't touched it. Still not touching it. Here we go. You ready? You ready?
What does it say?
Natural 1.
Is it a natural 1?
Yes.
Or a 7.
That is a 1.
Hey!
Nice.
He somehow
is
misses his bite when he's already biting.
He's already eating you and
Yes.
misses for this.
He bit in exactly the same teeth holes which he straight pulled out of.
Do we get a
Absolute freaking garbage.
do we get a roll a critical failure?
He breaks his
damn it.
teeth
Yes!
tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
It's retribution
we
for
have an
getting crit.
Yeah.
Is our audience here? Okay, we got an audience. Hey, audience. All right, once again, as soon as someone gives me a number between 1 and, let's say, 10, I will stop shuffling and I will pull out what horrifying thing happens to my poor beloved monster, who really was just living his own life in a swamp and had no intention on doing anything to harm anyone. He was just a bit hungry and people walked into his territory.
He came after us, bro.
That'll learn him.
That'll
Hey,
learn him.
number 8. Thank you, P. Donkey. I still love P. Donkey as a name.
Padunky. Sounds like some New Orleans food.
There's Sadako music
Right.
playing whenever you order it.
As it bites you, or tries to bite you, Khalil's hit had actually broken one of its ribs, and it finds it difficult to breathe. But when it tries to sort of bite into you and hold its breath, it ends up exhaling, struggling against its own cracked bones. As it does so, Argash, you are, you have managed to avoid its razor-sharp teeth as it clamps down.
Nice. I roll to the ground, blind and in a ton of pain, but relieved.
I'm no longer
All right,
actively
cool,
being eaten.
Darby.
I'm gonna throw a bomb at it.
All right, throw a bomb at it.
Does a 23 hit?
A 23 will hit
Oh,
as it explodes.
baby.
It takes.
That's a good roll.
Wait, can you only hit Darby's mic?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, okay. No, it sounds fine on my end.
19 fire damage.
19 fire damage. All right, the flames burst forth, and you can watch as they sort of sizzle the tentacles. Now something. Oh, so it's just me. Oh, they're having difficulty hearing me. Oh no.
Are you?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe.
Here, let me check on your.
how
Let me
ca-
check on your voice real quick. I can check on it.
Okay. Well, anyway, let us know in the chat if you are having trouble hearing me or if you can hear me just fine. Because I figured that would actually oh, maybe I'm low compared to them. All right, fair enough. All right, so I'll just move the mic closer. All right. So where was I? Yeah. Okay, so you notice something unusual happening to this giant tentacled sloth monster. It
coming through
begins
fine.
to shrink in size. It is no longer able to grab onto Argasht. And as it slowly shrinks, you notice something else. You notice that the plants, trees, grass, shrubs, as it's shrinking, color seems to be restoring to the plant life.
Oh.
Did it, guys.
This was the blight.
It's just like the monster's getting smaller.
It is.
Okay. Or is the tree changing at all? The kid that's attached to the tree.
The kids are still in the tree, but the trees are now going from like this dark gray, black kind of hue to a more vibrant kind of greens and browns and autumn colors.
Can I go detect thoughts on the trees again?
On your turn, you can, but currently it is Khalil's turn.
This thing is still
Oh,
alive.
it's still alive. Still
Oh.
alive, just shrinking.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast fire through my blade and smack it in the back of the head again.
All right. As you stand atop this creature, which seems to be lashing, you strike at it in attempts to fell the mighty creature.
Nice. 25.
Okay, with a 25, you hit it. Deal your damage.
Nice. What is that? 14 points of fire damage and 3 points of slashing.
Very well. All right. As you do so, that is enough to fell the creature as he falls to the ground, wriggles and writhes as it slowly shrinks more and more till it's nothing but a tennis ball sized thing writhing with tentacles.
August,
The
are you
tiny
okay?
little thing. What was that?
Oh, nothing.
The tiny little thing.
Tiny little thing.
Oh, yep. It sort of starts trying to crawl towards the swamp.
Crush it.
Crush
with my
it.
foot.
No, I'm gonna put it in a jar.
Oh.
Also.
All right, you scoop it up, and it sort of.
Is that safe to keep, Darby? What do you want to? What are you doing with it?
Oh, I can find out what it does.
All right, as long as it
You're
doesn't.
fairly sure that it's a blight that kind of sort of sucks life from plant matter.
Well, who knows when that could be useful?
Sure. I guess. Yeah.
Grenade.
Gosh, your religion has no particular purvance to whether or not this thing should live or die, because you are not a real druid. You're kind of like a nature-respecting paladin more than anything else. But you do feel as though it comes down to whether or not you trust these guys with something that could potentially wipe out an entire ecosystem.
As long as they're taking it away from my home, I'm gonna let them take it.
Very well. Alright. As you scan the minds of the children who are embedded in the trees, you get a sense of relief. Like they were in pain and they no longer are.
Can I heal check to see if there's any possible way to remove them without killing them?
Not with a sword. No.
What about with fire?
Probably not. You might want to try and head further in and see if you can find
Yeah.
more children. Remember,
Yeah.
Of course, there are 13 children.
Okay.
You have found these 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
To match the descriptions of the earlier ones that were stolen.
I'll safely put my vial away in my little. I have like a box that I keep like my nice potions.
If that thing gets out, it eats you. It's gonna kill you, and it's gonna be okay. Don't let it eat you, Darby. That is what I'm trying to say to you.
There's lots of things that I'd let eat you, so.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let's move forward.
Savage. Alright. Okay, you make your way towards the center of the glade, feeling a sense of achievement as the area seems to be slowly returning to life. As you enter the next particular area, you find a small field surrounded by several misplaced trees. Each of the trees appears to have a child in it, making up 9 in total, in various stages of their transformation. They are still mostly human. Their chests and their heads, most of their arms do indeed still have flesh, blood, and bone. But they seem to be in a daze, unable to sort of see or hear. In the field as well, you see one particular tree, a very strong one, that appears to have an elf attached to it, a full-grown adult, with vines attached to his neck.
I inspect.
Is it alive?
Yeah, I inspect that tree specifically.
Hello?
As you sort of speak to it, the elf that is trapped in the tree doesn't seem to respond, but he bears the description of Leopold,
Oh shit, that's right.
who is the man you are here to find. You can't see any kind of insignias or marks because most of that is still embedded in the tree, but you are certain that this is who you are after.
Is there She said he would have a device on him. It's probably buried inside the tree, right? It's
You
like
look around the tree and you can find a small backpack leaning up, propped against it. It looks old and damaged by weather.
I would definitely want to try to look for that weird bird call system thingy that he had.
Yep, you indeed find a small bird made of silver in the backpack.
And I want to call the lady and tell her that we found Leopold.
Alright, the bird looks at you, waiting to receive your message. Ah!
Hello.
Ah!
Hi. Is anyone there? Oh, it's a one-way transmitter. Excuse me.
Push
We-
the button again.
Push the button again, yeah. Make sure you're holding it down.
It's fine. I hope this thing is still working. We found Leopold's. Where would you say we were? North of the lake.
West.
West of the lake, a few miles. He's turned into a tree. All the kids are here. They're all trees for some reason. We need help. We need to find some way to turn them back, but I don't know. This is Khalil with the Howlin' Agency. I end it, I guess.
And Argast. I just talked to this bird. I have no idea.
As it does so, it then takes flight, flying off into the distance. Don't die, Darby.
I'm dying already.
Alright. And of course, what do you guys do? You're still here, you're in front of all these, creepy children.
Can we find, like, Did they have clothing whenever they turned into trees that are discarded?
They're still wearing. Yeah, they're still wearing some of their clothes. The roots and vines are sort of ripping out through them.
I guess let's try to take like something that would be identifiable for each of them.
Yeah, does one have like a necklace or a pendant or something?
One does indeed.
All right, I try and remove it.
Like, yeah.
Okay. As you go up to it to try and remove it, you sort of feel a bit of resistance as you tug, as our guest tugs on the vine. Oh, sorry, the pendant. Eventually pulling it free, he looks at it, and it seems to be made of sterling silver. And no sooner than he'd done that, you hear this rip sound out of the ground as the tree the child was attached to rises onto these two stumpy roots. It stands towering over you.
Oh my god.
And with this huge foot, deals 35 damage to Argesh.
What?
All right, I was at 7 hit points from the bite.
Ah. Well, Well, there's a small stain on the ground that was once Argashed.
Wow.
You see the
Decimated.
tree reach down to its top and take the pendant. And then hold it against the chest of the small child before planting itself back in the ground. Khalil and Darby, do you do anything as you watch this happen?
Don't touch the stuff on the trees.
Khalil's
Good advice.
utter shock of what just happened.
Okay.
Is there anything left? Is he just dead?
Oh, he is so dead. Every bone in his body is broken.
I'll
and
pick
as
up
that
his
happens-
sword.
It has a notch in it.
It is broken.
I'll take the broken hilt of the sword.
You have some scrap metal.
Darby, what are you doing?
Just in
As
case we
you
come
guys,
across the nymph again, we'll be like, sorry, your friend died. Here's the part of his sword.
Alright, as you guys begin to loot the freshly dead Argashed, you hear a sound almost like a wail coming from within the glade, which says only one thing. Who enters my garden and disrupts my children?
Oh no.
We'll
Hello?
find out who
How are you
whose voice
today?
this belongs to next time when we return to Tales from the Undertaker. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. It was a little bit of a slow episode today because, well, I pretty much made this entire episode up on the fly.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you,
It's
Michael.
okay. Which was okay. It happens sometimes, and I'm glad that you guys stuck around and enjoyed it. But we will obviously return to the main quest next week, hopefully, if everyone, fate pending and whatnot. A very big special thank you to whose name I can't even remotely remember. I'm gonna say
Austin.
It's one letter off from my name.
Thank you for
Austin.
having me.
Thank you, Austin, for. Did you have fun? I mean, I hope you enjoyed the game.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely tune in next week to see if Argash is okay.
Well, to be fair,
See if we
I
manage to
actually-
save
there was
him.
actually, there was actually a route where our guest might have survived, and that would have been if after he killed the blight and the trees and stuff were becoming restored again, to sort of have our guest say, "Oh, well, trees are better. Good luck, guys,"
That was my goal.
and then head back. But yeah, no, I mean, we kind of got where we got to. All right, so let's get to the outro screen if we can, Eddie.
Well, I can't wait to
There we
make
go.
something with that blight.
All right, guys. For those of you who do not know this already, my name is Mike from Master Pathfinder. I love RPGs. That is my shtick. That is my thing. If you like RPGs as well and want to find a great place to kind of find information about role-playing games, Pathfinder, or anything like that, then head on over to my channel at facebook.com/OscarPathfinder, or check me out on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube now.
What?
And, I know, right? Oh, man. I've been like head on into Pathfinder 2nd Edition's playtest at the moment. So, I mean, I do apologize. A lot of it is going to be kind of geared towards that for the time being. But we've got lots of stuff planned for the YouTube series, like a guide to Galarian so you can understand the setting, a whole bunch of really cool stuff about like really cool tactics that you can build or use within the Pathfinder game. Yeah, tons of stuff that you guys will be able to explore.
How are you
on
liking Pathfinder 2 so far?
Oh, that is a whole video that you will find on YouTube.
Oh, look at that, guys. I put the question there, and now you guys are curious, too.
Yeah, there you go. No, there's just a lot to be said about it. I mean,
Okay.
I would pretty much need an entire episode. But, needless to say, the short answer is that nothing at the moment is going to make me leave 1st Edition Pathfinder anytime soon.
Okay.
No, even when Pathfinder 2nd Edition launches, this game was always designed with Pathfinder 1st Edition in mind, so we will always be Tales from the Undertaker will always be 1st Edition, so that won't change at all.
Until we play Tales from the Uppertaker, and then it's going to be a whole new thing.
Yeah, no, the Overtaker.
The Overtaker.
I was just gonna go with like Crypt Keeper,
Ah.
but that's like
Straight
copyrighted.
up ripping it off.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff copyrighted. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course, if you want to come chat with me directly, I love chatting with people, especially in recent days. Head on over to my Discord channel, which is discord.me/AskAPathfinder. There's tons of people there who love just chatting about their games and stuff. It's a great place to just soundboard and, like if you've got game ideas or if you've got character ideas, just go up and throw them out there. Well, that's it from me. Zach.
Hello! Hi, guys. My name is Zach, and guess what today is, guys?
Wednesday.
Today is Tuesday, guys. That means tomorrow is Wednesday, and that is our improv day here at Color Circuit. Starting at 7, we have Improv Donut, which is our very, very fun short-form improv game show. You guys should check it out, because short-form is very, very entertaining, and you guys get to be a part of it, which is awesome. You can throw us out stupid suggestions, which you will do consistently all the time, and we love it. After that, at 8 o'clock, is our long-form comedy podcast, which is Improv Bagel. It's a lot of fun with some very veteran improvers, and it's pretty cool, so you guys should come check it out. That is what is going on tomorrow, guys. Also, I want to give a shout-out to our patrons. We have 2 new patrons. It is Crystal and Adam. Thank you very much for supporting our channel. We appreciate it. The new Circuit Board podcast, the Patreon exclusive, will be out in 2 or 3 weeks, and you guys should check that out. Our Patreon's going to be doing more and more cool stuff soon, so you guys should try to keep in touch with that.
Woo. Oh, and speaking on all things Patreon, Ask a Pathfinder also has a Patreon, which I am in soon to be new times. I'm going to be running a long-running campaign for 2nd Ed Pathfinder. So if you guys want to get in on that and you want to try that out, it's $60 a month for our Mythic tier Patreon, and the time slot is Mondays 8 a.m. GMT plus 8, which translates to 8 p.m. Sunday EST for the US. So if you do,
Is this chemistry?
I don't know. you guys make up all sorts of stuff.
I know. I agree.
No, won't happen. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out as well, yeah, I'm doing that too. We've got, I think, 2 Patreons at the moment.
Nice.
So we've got a couple of seats left. So if you guys want them, the times are limited. So yay.
Do
all
it
right, guys.
now.
Well, that's it. I think that's it
We
for
got
us.
us.
Oh wait, no. Seeing as we've got the no, that's right. We got the.
They're both on the same show. Guys, let me pitch their podcast for them.
Hi, I'm Austin,
I'm Justin.
and we run 2 podcasts. One's called Amazeballs.
The other one is Have You Seen?
Amazeballs is anthology retro review series where we go back and kind of based most of it off of Amazing Stories, the 1980s Steven Spielberg machine. And Have You Seen is a podcast where we get together, watch some movies with some people who haven't seen them that we think should have seen them.
I have a curmudgeon friend that's never seen like any movie.
Curmudgeon.
So We have him watch movies that we love, and he hates them.
Recently, we've done such classics as Three Amigos, They Live, Chopping Mall, so it's kind of eclectic. It goes all over the place. Mm-hmm. And you can find us on
Nothing
FapCheck.
but trouble.
Yep, fapcheck@gmail.com. You can send us all your questions, concerns, hate mail. We're also on FapCheck at Facebook and on iTunes and Stitcher.
And YouTube,
Yep.
which we will hopefully someday have more videos coming out
We
on
have,
that.
we have one. It's
Yeah,
good.
let's
Like
say
it,
more.
Subscribe. That's all you need.
Like that video, guys, right now.
One good video is all you need.
Straight up. All right, guys. Well, that's it from us at Tales from the Undertaker. Thank you again for joining us. Even if you didn't join us live, thank you for checking us out. We love having you guys visit and watching our show. If you've got any feedback or any thoughts, always leave them because we love hearing from you guys. And till next time, guys, from us here at Ask a Pathfinder and Color Circuit, make sure that you and yours keep your dice rolling and make sure your ideas stay mind-worm free. Have a good one.